welcome to tonight's show. No, not the Tonight Show, but who needs Jimmy Fallon on NBC when you've got Sarah Pribis on display? That's me, your hostess with the mostest, and that's our network, Display, the greatest social media community on the interwebs. Glad you all could make it. I think we're going to get along just fine. In fact, better than fine, because you know what? Have I got the entertainment for you? And it's Friday, TGIF, folks. Tonight we're going to kick things off with our app du jour, aka our display tip of the day, your display rewards account, better known as your bank. Yes, that's right. Everything that you need to know about making money here on the app. Then it's time for your creator spotlight, and tonight we're putting our foot to the gas pedal and we're getting revved about your car content. Then we're talking to Inez Rome about his digital performing arts festival, The Renaissance. And then we are highlighting the Ferrari Owners Club event from this past weekend, featuring Ferraris and jets and even a performance by Dancing with the Stars' Christian Perry. And last but not least, we will go head to head in some trivia where you could win up to $10,000. Now, since we're talking all things luxury this evening, we've got to chat about how to get that money in the bank, right? AKA your display awards account. So let's see the different ways that you can watch your earnings grow and collect. So first, you can always click on that piggy bank, right? That's a quick and easy way, easy access. There's also the menu on your top left, right? So if you click on that, you'll head on over straight to where it says bank, where you'll be able to see your balance. So if you click there, right, you've got your balance. Voila. You can actually see, if you click show details, if you click on there, you can see some of the breakdown of where your money's coming from, whether it's from inviting a friend, aka your invited network dividend, your supported content. So these are all the ways you can earn, right? If your content is appearing in people's feeds, that is your invited network dividend, right? Now, your supported content you've got as well, and then of course that's from people tapping the support me button on your content, or, right, you have, again, your dividends from appearing in people's feeds. So lots of ways that you can earn here, and that is where you cash out. You can also see your total earnings to date, which is great. So you can hit redeem to cash out your PayPal account once you have over $25, and you can select the amount that you'd like to redeem. Redemptions will be processed and sent to PayPal on Monday and Thursday each week. And sure, you know, if you win trivia, you got to make sure you fill out the form that we email you in order to collect your winnings. We have to verify our winners, so do that. And finally, there's a little folder icon on the top right, which is your Earnings 101 tab. So this explains how you can make money on display if you have questions. And of course, you can always tune in here for your display tip of the day. So do a little experimenting. When the show is done, go click on your bank. Again, you can see the breakdown. I didn't show you it there, but you can see the breakdown of exactly where your earnings are coming from, whether it is from trivia, whether it's from inviting your friends, because you get 25 cents per person who's setting up a profile, right? Plus the 10% referral bonus that's going to come in. It's going to say your invited network dividend. Those are your payouts from you bringing people onto the app. Then you're having your dividends, which is from your content appearing in feeds, making money from simply appearing in feeds where there are ads, because we give you 50-50 on those ads, right? And then, of course, there's support me button that people are tapping on your post. So if you're seeing any of those breakdowns, it's really cool to actually see where your money is coming from on this app. And then, of course, you can go check out where your PayPal is and cash it all out once you hit $25. All right. Between posting that great content, setting up your store, between the trivia, there's plenty of ways to earn on this app. So stick around. We'll be back with more today on display in just a second.
Welcome to Display Tips. The best way to get the most out of display is to explore and discover. Let's take a quick glance at your display home screen. Swipe up and scroll through the newsfeed to see inspiring content from other creators. When you see something you tap like, comment, share, support, or all of them. Ready to create your own content? Tap the Create icon for photo, video, GIFs, filters, live streaming, and more. Then start sharing. Watch for more tips on Display TV.
I'm from Long Beach, girl. With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O Double G. But I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through 2 in the morning and a
I ain't joking, do it sound like I'm kidding. I've been making like 2,000 a minute. So high up in the clouds, I was swimming. I'm probably gonna drown when I'm in it. I bet she gonna get loud when I'm in it. And we might have a child. I won't love a hoe after we fuck, she can't get near me. Only bitch I give a conversation to is
I'm coming in fast. First place, you coming in last. I'm hitting that gas. I'm hitting that, my body. I'm coming in fast.
Ha! I'm just looking at this GIF versus GIF debate in the chat. It is GIF, and you are all my GIFs. Welcome back to Today on Display. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis. In tonight's Creator Spotlight, we're featuring our favorite cars. Luxury vehicles, classics, vintage. Admittedly, I don't know much. I really don't. But I do know that these bad boys, yeah, they help me get from place to place. And for that, I am very grateful. So throw your current set of wheels in the chat. Let me know what you've been driving lately. And let's take a look at some of these Hot Wheels within the app. Ooh, Vicky Spindler is a great person to follow if you like both nature photography, like animals, and also cars. She's a great follow for that. We've got Carla with this sweet little Corvette. I can tell it's fancy. That's all I know about that. What else have we got? Yes, Sean Crush showing up a Chevrolet convertible. I don't know where that is. It looks like it's inside. I don't know if it's a car show or someone's garage that he knew, but that is pretty cool. We got a 1966 GTO here. Hashtag Hot Rod. I love the green on green. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Debbie, for that photo. We've got Cristiano Marquez with a nice little combo. Ooh, we got a Bugatti and a Ferrari. At least I know how to say them, right? Tell me I'm saying them right. What else have we got? Okay, Sebastian's another one that you can follow if you're looking for that car content. He's got the Lightning McQueen here against some mountains. I mean, that is a car photo for real. I love it. All right. What else? We got Eliyahu, who always is posting some cool stuff. This is a really old car. Apparently it says Ford, but we don't know anything about the model and the year. Seems fun. Any other cars for us? Sheila, one for the car enthusiast. Yeah, I have not seen a car like that on the street, so thanks for taking that photo. I get my photos and my car imagery through you guys, particularly being, in New York City where I'm taking the train all the time. Again, folks, tag Display TV and Today on Display if you want to be featured, and be sure that you're posting that awesome original content, right? It's all about the original content here, because if you're making money on your content, it better be yours. And follow those trending hashtags. We'll be right back to spin the trivia wheel.
Hey, I'm Tiki Barber, former University of Virginia student athlete and also former New York Giant running back. I can't tell you how excited I am to announce the partnership between Influencer and Display. So what's Display? Display is social that pays. This revolutionary social media app is changing the game for college athletes, and now it's your turn to play. Welcome to the brand new world on social media. Welcome to Display, social that pays.
You're my queen, all that I need, got it, I'm in. Radio hitting rainbows, ultralight beams. Sport plays more like tennis, don't need a team. It's just me and you, and it's everything that it seems. Hey. Come on, let's do some things we never do. Hey.
Word out, I'm getting to it like clockwork now. My head is clocked and they all burned out. They talk shit, but it's my turn now. And it should have been my first round. Young Tiller, what the fuck was you worried about? Who was talking all this shit? I'ma bury him now. I'ma tell it
back to Today on Display, and welcome to Display Trivia Part 1. She's a Vanna Red today. No, not left on red. I would never do that to my display bees. It is time to spin the trivia wheel and determine how much we are playing for in tonight's trivia game. So, as you can see, there's $1,000 slots, $2,500 slots, $5,000 slots, and of course, the question mark slot. Now, if we land on the question mark slot, you will vote to determine the value of the question mark, choosing between these 4 envelopes, which contain up to $10,000. Let's do this thing. It's Friday, baby. Let's find out how much money we're playing for. What's it gonna be? Place those guesses in the chat. We're so close, but we're playing for $1,000. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Money is money, ain't it? All right, folks, so here's how it's going to work. You're staying right where you are later on in the show. 10 questions are going to pop up on your screen. You're going to have about 10 seconds to answer each one. If you get them all right, then you win a piece of that $1,000 prize. We'll be right back with more Today on Display.
Welcome to Display Tips. The bottom menu bar unlocks many rich features. Tap the home icon to refresh and bring you back to your newsfeed. To search for friends, tags, and discover new content, tap the search icon. Reaching out or receiving messages from friends and followers is easy and right here. Your profile gives you access to all things about you. Tap the Create icon to go to the media screen and create original content and even live stream. Watch for more tips on Display TV.
But I fell in love with the money, now I'm comfortable.
What we say?
So if I let you come on this side,
This side.
you won't never get to switch sides. Every nigga around me, they on boss, ain't got a dig right. Them niggas talking down, I blew they budget down to 10 times. I remember everybody jumped the ship, they thought it capsized. Now anybody making U-turns gon' get baptized. Don't listen to
These bitches on me. I've been coolin' laying low, but I'm not taking the seat. But just know a nigga back, and this time I won't leave. I've been running, gotta check me your bag. I got hundreds on my neck and I got trues on my ass. Nigga said I'm...
Welcome back to Today on Display. Our guest today is the CEO of Blank Canvas, a media company that produces events, films, and live productions and educational workshops. Please help me welcome Inez Rome. Hey, Inez, how's it going?
How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing great.
I am so excited to have you on as a fellow creative. So tell me a little bit about your work. How'd you start your business?
Honestly, I started my business out of Dallas. I went to school for theater. It started off as a journalism major and quickly transitioned into theater based on my writing capabilities. I love writing, you know, a very avid poet growing up. But I started off just really thinking on what I didn't have growing up and the access that I didn't have to the industry, being from Kansas City, Missouri. And so there you have Blank Canvas was born. It took about 20 years, but Blank Canvas was born, you know?
Bravo. I mean, I actually have way more in common with you. I was also a theater and a journalism major. So I think it's really cool what you're doing. And yeah, I feel the connection there. So, well, I have so many questions, you know, for a fellow creative, and of course, like the pursuit of that passion and what you've done to bring it to others who are aspiring artists. You're here today to primarily talk about your upcoming event, The Renaissance, which is a digital performing arts festival. Now,
yes.
I know that that's, you know, a description that doesn't quite do it justice. So please tell us a little bit more about this.
Yes. So the Renaissance actually came because last year, of course, for the past year, we've been in a pandemic. Everybody been in the house. Everybody been quarantined, and I'm out in LA. Quarantine doesn't work very well in LA. It's always sunny. Everybody wants to be outside. So whenever this quarantine happened and I had to cancel my event, it took a good year till we could actually really start doing anything. And what better way to bring it back than the Renaissance? This is the new age. You know what I mean? It's a rebirth of the arts, rebirth of opportunities, independently and dependently. No matter what avenue you're going off of. Sorry, love the animals. She's shaking it off.
So I mean, I love the birth of this. Tell me sort of what can people expect, right? Like I see that it's sort of described as like a multi-festival. Like what kind of acts are actually being performed? Is it primarily music? Is it a bunch of different things?
It's an eclectic gumbo pot of arts. This digital arts fest is not catered to a specific competition or anything. Usually you enter film festivals and things to particularly win. This is to get the exposure. We pre-recorded everything. All of the artists are not just musicians, they're social media influencers, people who make skits, who produce independently. I see this diving into a realm that stays undefined, but in you not defining it, you're defining it. You're giving everybody an opportunity by keeping it unlimited.
And I mean, it's coming up, right? It's in August. It's a one-day thing. How can people sort of participate and support it?
Well, August 7th, it will be airing on Venue Live. Snoop Dogg is the headliner. I have link in bio. You can find it on a lot of different social media social media platforms. You can find it at Blank Canvas with a Z, BlankCanvaz, or at my Instagram, or I ain't trying to have no competitions in here with platforms, but you can find it at different platforms to get your ticket. Because our biggest thing is collaboration, unification.
I love that. And in terms of sort of like the duration of it, is it mostly like how long can someone expect to stay? Is there a schedule that they can see?
Expect to have enough to have a friendly 420 with Snoop and grab a drink for a good hour and a half. Sit back, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. That type of vibe. Kick back, family, friends. It's a great moment to just relax.
That sounds incredible. And obviously, I love Snoop. We're fans of Snoop over here at Display. We just had him perform for Display Fest. How did you guys get linked up with Snoop?
Hopes and prayers. I'm just playing. As you guys know, I'm really closely connected with Ray J and a lot of different individuals within this industry, and it's been a blessing to be able to make those connections. And one call away, and they always say it's 6 degrees of separation, and that's the truth. If you reach out to someone, you never know who may have that connection. But me and my business partner, we locked it in, everything contractually, all legit legalities. You know what I mean? I'm 31 years old, and I see this as one big opportunity, not just for myself, but anybody else who has an aspiration independently. Because truth be told, in a pandemic, this shouldn't be possible. But you make it happen, and you make it happen legitimately whenever you put your mind to it.
I think it's great. I think it's really just goes to show that if you have a really good idea, right, and your intention is correct, and if you follow through, right, then you can get people like Snoop to support it because they believe in it too. So it's a really great message, and I think that the idea that you have all of these different kinds of artists coming on, like you mentioned, sort of like this sketch comedy space that we see on the social platforms. I know that's why I came to Display. I'm a content creator who was making a ton of sketch comedy, and I was getting frustrated sort of, with people not getting paid for their work, right? And that's how I ended up on Display. Is your dog going to be someone, one of the acts performing? I would like to see that.
Hey, he's a people pleaser. He's a people pleaser.
Aren't we all?
He wants to make an appearance, you know.
I love that. Can you tell everyone one more time how they can watch?
Yes. Follow me, Romy Rome, RHOMEY, or follow Blank Canvas at BLNKCNVZ. Blank Canvas, take out the A's. And follow the Renaissance, the Renaissance.tv. Any of those, you can get the link, go to Venue Live. I'm sure they have it posted up there. Snoop will be posting it. Just expect it to come from left field. Expect the unexpected. Yeah.
I love the name. I love the premise. I will be there. Inez, it was such an honor having you on the show today. Thank you again so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you there. And next up, folks, we are accelerating with a car segment. Then we've got trivia. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Display Tips. Let's get introduced to Profile. Tap the profile on bottom right of screen. Here, you can personalize your display experience. Tap the pencil icon to edit your profile picture, cover photo, basic user info including contact, and link to your other social media accounts. Select your preferred language, identify top friends and family members. You can also create and manage your communities here. Watch for more tips on Display TV.
I'm not dealing with the pawns. My heart cold. All of my feelings is gone. 2 hands. I'm willing to dawn. I tell a bitch to chill in the car. I look at her body, it's giving me hard. You with a friend, I need a Nicki Minaj. I'm hitting them low. And we can take it where you willing to go. Bitches is dying to chill with the bros. You get killed for stealing the phone. I got y'all fools this time. I go Super Saiyan every single day. Hold on. Get like 50K, heard he feeling brave. Hold on. Had to tell that nigga we ain't not the same. Hold on. Had to tell that nigga stay up in your lane. Hold on. I got ice on me like I.
Listen, yeah, I dream in color, and I sleep on the canvas. I think we all need each other. Empathy, that could be our advantage. Bad bitch speak Creole or Spanish. Let this wait, and I'm liking my chance. Oh man, why go?
Welcome back to Today on Display, the best social community on the planet. I know a lot of you here are here for the money, but forming friendships and connecting with others is a huge part of Display as well. And in honor of that, we had the opportunity to enjoy both community and money this past weekend at an event for the Ferrari Owners Club, a group of people who come together in the name of a shared interest, luxury vehicles. So let's take a look. Hey everyone, check this out. We are at the Ferrari Owners Club event at the Ross Aviation Hangar in Westchester, New York. Let's go look at some fancy cars. Hey everyone, I'm standing here with Christian Perry from Dancing with the Stars, who just performed. Talk to me about that. What was that performance?
Oh, just a little something we whipped together.
Tell me, sort of what was the choreography? What was it inspired by?
It was a rumba. Anytime we do a performance, I'm a choreographer by trade.
Yep.
So anytime we do a performance, we're trying to pull at heartstrings. So I'm like, let's find a good song that everybody can relate to, and let's just do a nice rumba. It's quality, kind of fits the theme of elegance, right? Meets luxe.
Yeah.
Right, rhinestones, Ferraris, and jets. What else do you want?
All right, I'm with Ryan Mahoney, who's one of the owners of Hungry Ghost Tequila. Tell me a little bit about sort of, again, why Ghost Tequila and this event today are such a great pairing.
Well, both luxury brands, and that's really what it comes down to. We produce one of the best tequilas on the market, especially on the spicy end of things, and Ferrari has one of the best cars on the market, so it's definitely a natural pairing.
All right, this is Danielle of I Love Greenwich. Hi.
Nice to meet you. Hello, how are you?
Thank you so much for helping to make this event possible today. Can you tell us a little bit about your involvement with it?
So Christian Perry and I are partners at Sotheby's, and we decided that we were going to be one of the sponsors here because we love cars, we love planes, and it's just a great event for us to be in.
This was about a month and a half of planning, but here you have the finished product. This is kind of what I envisioned. Jets, Ferraris, the clientele just go hand in hand. They're all cut from the same cloth. Why not throw a good party?
Can you tell me, do you have a favorite car moment that stands out?
Yes, strangely enough, I love cars. My husband and I used to have an automobile electronics business, and we used to restore cars and install stereos in them. And we actually restored a 1930s Phantom Rolls Royce that belonged to Mae West. So that was pretty amazing.
All right, I'm here with Michael, who is one of the co-owners of Sky. Thanks so much for being here.
I've got a passion for cars and airplanes, and usually people who like cars like airplanes too, because they like mechanical things and lots of toys. So it really was a very good fit for us to host the event, and we're very proud to have done that. And what a lovely bunch of people they are at the Ferrari Club too.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Oh, that's not me. Okay. All right, we'll be right back with more Today on Display.
Welcome to Display Tips. Let's check out more of what Profile has to offer. Tap the profile on bottom right of screen. Here you can review your friends, followers, and who you are following. When ready to set up your personal storefront, tap My Stuff. It's easy and only takes a couple of minutes. Next is your bank. Tap the bank icon to see how much money you have earned and how to redeem your cash. Watch for more tips on Display TV.
Display is the social platform that puts the content creators first. Everyone is a content creator. Here's how social media works today. Advertisers pay social media giants to advertise on your content. The social giants then keep all of that money for themselves. You, the creator, never see a dime. At Display, we put the content creators first. When advertisers pay Display, you can earn a 50% award rate on the ad revenue generated from your content. We also provide a marketplace for creators to sell products and share in the profits. Creators can receive award payouts based on the affiliate commission. The rewards you earn from ad revenue and affiliate commissions will be added to your Display account every day. Display provides you a 50% award rate from the ad revenue generated from your content, while social giants share nothing. We believe creators should be rewarded for their work. Download Display from your app store today.
Welcome back, everyone. If you are enjoying our segment on luxury vehicles today, a big reminder to you to check out the car communities on Display. There's tons of them. In the meantime, let's check out some more from the Ferrari Owners Club event this past weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the pilot has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please secure your seatbelts and make sure your seat trays are stowed. Ready for takeoff? Here we go! All right, this is Paulo of Cave. So you're one of the sponsors for this event, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you remember your first car or the car that is most significant to you?
The most significant to me was my first car I sold to open my salon.
I love that. That's beautiful.
That was a Porsche, so I had to sell to open my salon.
You had to sell your baby to open your next baby. Michael, thank you so much for helping to make this event possible.
Thank you for inviting me, and I'd love to be part of it.
Do you have a special or favorite car moment from your own life?
My favorite moment would be going off the seawall in a Ford Mustang in Larchmont, but let's not talk about that.
I'm with Jason and Carrie of Petticoat Lane. Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. Tell me about your involvement today with the event.
Well, we're one of the sponsors here. I'm personally a huge Formula One fanatic, so Ferrari's right up my alley. My products are typically to be higher end, so most of my customers do own the luxury cars, so we fit really just one-on-one perfect together.
All right, Brian, so you're the president of the Ferrari's Owners Club of the Northeast region. Is that right?
You've got it. Yep.
Woo!
Ferrari Owners Club Northeast region.
Bravo. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what that means exactly.
So we have over 800 members. It spans technically from like Maine to Maryland. However, most of our members come from the tri-state area. and we run typically 6 to 8 luxury events per year.
Welcome to the plane case. Next plane will take off in 5 seconds.
Oh God, we gotta hurry!
So my favorite car right now, at 911 4S right now. I love Ferraris, but I'm an insurance broker. I got to keep it business tasteful. So I think I'm going to get into a 911.
And in terms of the gift bags that we're taking, what can I expect when I open that up?
Something fun, sexy, and lacy. We gave a little hanky-panky with that, and I think people are going to be like our little gifts. So, you know, everything a little sexy. Gonna go with sexy cars. We thought it'd kind of flow right together.
I think it's perfect. Can you affirm that it is in fact sexy when I open up this bag?
It's definitely sexy.
Yeah, and I would say you're really doing a great job of creating this sort of community for like-minded individuals who share this passion of cars, which is incredible.
It is, and there's something nice about creating that community, and we have members who have been coming to our events for 10 or 15 years. They've actually seen my kids grow up as they've been helping and assisting at these events, and we appreciate them coming, and we all have a lot of fun together.
Luxury, cars, community, and the only way to buy these Hot Wheels, well, you gotta make that coin. And in that spirit, we'll be right back with trivia for $1,000.
Welcome to Display Tips. Let's check out more of what Profile has to offer. Tap the profile on bottom right of screen. The bottom section here is your post history and performance. For photos, tap here and scroll through all your posts and see how many likes, comments, shares, and supports you have. Tap videos to review your video and GIF history and performance too. It's all right here. Watch for more tips on Display TV.
Bienvenidos a Display TV. We did it. Y tienes que darle bien fuerte para poder llegar rápido. Guys, welcome to Cusco. Estamos en la hermosa ciudad de Mérida.
Delicioso. Un aguachile de camarón.
Welcome back to Today on Display. You know what time it is. 10 grueling questions. Thousands of contenders. They all enter, but only a few will emerge victorious with that sweet, sweet cash moolah. They've trained for this moment all their lives, and now they're ready to put those thumbs and brains to work. This is, no, not Jeopardy, it's trivia. It's trivia! Tonight's pot is $1,000, and in case you're just tuning in, I'm going to re-explain the rules. You're going to have 10 seconds to pick your answer, and choose wisely, because once you tap, there's no going back. If you miss one, you will no longer be eligible for the cash prize, but stay in the game, because it's a party in the U.S. of Display. Yes, and you can keep playing along for fun. So, should we wait for anyone else to come in here? Anyone late to the party? That one's on you. That one's on you. If you missed question 1, then you should have come earlier. You know we do a show starting 30 minutes earlier every single night. But you know what? That's all right. Let's do a little practice question. We'll wait for a couple other stragglers. So tell me, if you win tonight's trivia jackpot, what will you spend it on? Let's practice. Gala dinner with friends, fancy new outfit, luxury vacation, or brand new gadget? What would you spend tonight's trivia jackpot on? Save it, schmave it, okay? We're forcing you to spend that money. So what you gonna buy? Personally, I am booking myself a luxury vacation where I'll debut a fancy new outfit at dinner with my friends while impressing them all with my brand new gadgets, plural. Well, why not choose all of them? We're speaking in hypotheticals, aren't we? This girl always dreams big, yes. All right, I chose, did you? Yes, dream big. You want one of those Ferraris from our segment earlier? You got it. All right, it's looking like we're going mostly gala dinner with friends. I love it. Community, right? Okay, you ready to do the real thing? We're going to close this poll. Let's do it. Time to trivia. Question 1. Based on how they obtained food, early humans were classified as hunter-wanderers, hunter-gatherers, hunter-scavengers. Based on how they obtained food, early humans were classified as hunter-wanderers, hunter-gatherers, hunter-scavengers. Boy, have times changed. You lost me at hunter. I mean, I would classify myself as a rester-binger. You know, I spend half my time resting, about 6, 8, sometimes 12 hours. Then, of course, I wake up from said hibernation and binge on trashy reality television and snacks. Yeah, no, this girl isn't hunting anytime soon. Unless it's for the remote or my ex-boyfriend's Netflix password. I'll gather that intel, though, so I guess maybe I am a hunter-gatherer. 92% of you hunted and gathered for that right answer. Bravo. Moving on to Q2. In her hit single from 2019, Lizzo says she found someone else's man in what? Her closet, her bed, her DMs. In her hit single from 2019, Lizzo said she found someone else's man in what? Her closet, her bed, her DMs. Wait, what? She found a man? Ooh, yikes, I would have freaked out. What was he doing there? Isn't that a scene from Halloween? I mean, this is why after a scary movie, I always check my closet for monsters, or in this case, men. And absolutely not to some man in my bed. I don't even let my best friends sit on my bed. Hey, you know what? I live in New York City. If you're sitting down on the subway, you are lucky to be invited into my apartment, right? It's gotta be the DMs. Yeah, it is. DMs, 81% of you got that. Moving on to question 3. In what part of the human body are the sinuses located? The back, the stomach, the head. In what part of the human body are the sinuses located? The back, the stomach, the head. Oh, we're almost to that time of year when everyone starts getting sinus infections. You know, when you're surrounded by people sniffling, you can't get far enough away from them. But don't worry, I have the perfect medicine for sinus infections. It's display trivia. Take once a day, 5 times a week at around 8 p.m. Eastern. It's not necessary, but I do think it's best to take with food. Display trivia is not responsible for loss of appetite, headaches, drowsiness, dry mouth, numbness, pain, or yelling to everyone around you, "Yeah, I won! You suck! I'm splitting the jackpot! I am champion!" Well, 95% of you are closer to being the champs right now, and we're moving on to question 4. A dreidel is a toy associated with which Jewish holiday? Rosh Hashanah, Hanukkah, Purim. A dreidel is a toy associated with which Jewish holiday? Rosh Hashanah, Hanukkah, Purim. Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay, and when you're dry and ready, oh dreidel, I will play. Hey! I'm not really sure how this game works. I know that there's lots of different Hebrew letters on the side of the dreidel, and whichever side it lands on, something happens. Woohoo! Look, I know there's chocolate coins involved, so you don't have to convince me further. It's chocolate disguised as money. What's not to like? I know I'm a little early, but happy Hanukkah to you all. It's also known as the Festival of Lights, and 93% of you are getting lit. Moving into Q5. In an educational context, the E in STEM stands for what? Engineering, e-learning, empathy. In an educational context, the E in STEM stands for what? Engineering, e-learning, empathy. Oh, I love acronyms. Let me see if I can guess this one. STEM. Sarah tried every macaroni. I mean, that's not a bad guess. If there's multiple macaronis at a buffet, I'm gonna try them all. Oh, I miss buffets. Did the pandemic ruin buffets? Because if so, where am I going to get all that I can eat? Shrimp and ribs and next to a chocolate fountain. Oh my God, I love buffets. I got good at them too. I truly was a master at fitting enough food to feed a family of 4 all on one plate. You could say I engineered my plate? 93% of you got that. Question 6. The most common beef cattle used in the U.S. is what breed? Holstein, Angus, Longhorn. The most common beef cattle used in the U.S. is what breed? Holstein, Angus, Longhorn. Yeehaw! I love this here question. It's the greatest here question you'll find west of the Mississippi. And that there's a guarantee. Any of you ready for a root scootin' good time? Because that's exactly what you're gonna get at Display Trivia. Is this anyone's first rodeo? You know, I've never actually been to a rodeo, but I have seen Brokeback Mountain. That counts for something, no? Well, I don't have beef with anyone here tonight, but did you get it? It's Angus. It's Angus, and yeah, my accent, I know. I'm so sorry. It's Angus, it's certified grade A. My accent was not, and you're moving on to question 7. The mid-90s rock song that contains the repeated lyric, "I don't care about that," is named for what American pop culture icon? James Dean, Mary Tyler Moore, Buddy Holly. The mid-90s rock song that contains the repeated lyric, "I don't care about that," is named for what American pop culture icon? James Dean, Mary Tyler Moore, Buddy Holly. I wonder what this song was about. I mean, there's like a lot I don't care about. Sports mostly. Also, whatever my Uncle Bob is saying about his boat at Christmas dinner. Like, great, you have to get it out of storage and into the water. Why are we making such a big deal out of this? We're making a big deal because Uncle Bob's wife also got tired about hearing about the boat, if you know what I mean. But I agree with Rivers Cuomo here, lead singer of Weezer, because he's saying he doesn't care what people say about us, babe. Nah, this song is a vibe. And the name of the song is Buddy Holly, although Mary Tyler Moore does get a nice shout out. 92% of you got it. Time for question 8. Which of the following actors is incorrectly matched to a historical person they have portrayed? David Oyelowo, Martin Luther King Jr., Meryl Streep, Margaret Thatcher, Sean Penn, JFK. Which of the following actors is incorrectly matched to a historical person they have portrayed? David Oyelowo, Martin Luther King Jr., Meryl Streep, Margaret Thatcher, Sean Penn, JFK. In a film, I should say. In a film. I play a different character every morning when I wake up and look in the mirror, but unlike these actors, I have not received critical acclaim. Why? You know, just yesterday I was playing George Washington leading my troops into battle against the British. The British were my eyebrows and the troops were my tweezers. Let's just say the Brits had the upper hand. So use your upper hand, yes, that one there, to tap the right answer. Sean Penn played politician Harvey Milk, never JFK. Rest is history, and 79% of you might be making history tonight. Here we go, Q9. Greek historian Polybius is best known for his documentations of what wars? Punic Wars, Trojan Wars, Greco-Persian Wars. Greek historian Polybius is best known for his documentations of what wars? Punic Wars, Trojan Wars, Greco-Persian Wars. You hear a lot about Civil War reenactors, but not much about Grecian War reenactors. That's something I want to see more of. You know, grown men running around in little togas and sandals, throwing javelins, climbing into Trojan horses. We borrowed a lot from Greek culture, like columns and democracy, but I think I just found one more thing to add to the list. Polybius is best known for his records of the Punic Wars. Yeah, don't fight me on this. 90% of you aren't. Are you ready for the final question? Here we go, Q10. The Apple desktop computer that debuted in 1983 shared its name with the first name of what female celebrity? Foster, Bonet, Ryder. The Apple desktop that debuted in 1983 shared its name with the first name of what female celebrity? Foster, Bonet, Ryder. Before there was Siri, before there was Alexa, there was this HBIC of computing. And gosh, I mean, they just don't make them like they used to, do they? No, they're a lot faster and more efficient now. But don't tell this computer. I'm sure she was really pretty. But what was her name? Who was this computing IT girl? Well, none other than Lisa, of course. Lisa, as in Bonet. You might have won tonight, but she's married to Jason Momoa, so I think we know who the real winner is. 63% of you on that final question. How'd you do? How'd you do, Display Bees? Are you real Lisa Bonet bona fide winners today? I mean, you came, you played, you slayed, you got paid for the knowledge you displayed. Whoo, take the weekend, rest up, right? Throw those scores in the chat right now. Bravo, we made it. We made it, folks. And I'll see you back here on Monday for more trivia and more Today on Display.
Performing exclusively on Display, Hot Boy Mafia.
Ese nombre. Yo, Jay. Cero on fire. Lo que, Don H. Abu Yo quiero, en mi corazón todo gatillero. Empecé fue regando todo Grammy, pero ahora me llegan enteros.
Performing exclusively on Display, Hot Boy Mafia.
Aprendes ese nombre. Yo, Jay. Cero on fire. Lo que, Don H. Abu Yo quiero, en mi corazón todo gatillero.